Get it big, get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR, Ghana Talks Radio. This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. GTR News. GTR News. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good afternoon, listeners. It's time for the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio. I go by the name Regina Bless. Top stories. Gridlock on Achimota-Pokuase Road after truck catches fire. 2 other branches of Marwako closed down FDA. There's some more stories coming up.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR News.
Welcome back from the break. Gridlock on Achimota-Pokuase Road after truck catches fire. A raging fire has greeted the cargo truck fully loaded with eggs on the main Accra Interim Road near Ofori-Atta. Firefighters are busily battling the raging fire at the scene. The unfortunate fire incident has resulted in heavy vehicular traffic on the main and outer road leading to Interim. Commuters and vehicles locked up on the affected stretch of the main and outer roads are employed to exercise patience as firefighters work assiduously to bring the situation under control. Let's go watch the video.
GTR News.
Security agencies have also blocked the main road at Achimota New Plant to prevent more cars from joining the gridlock. 2 fire tenders have been deployed by the Ghana National Service to fight the fire. A situation update by the Ghana National Fire Service said the fire incident involved the cargo truck fully loaded with crates of eggs. Next story. 2 other branches of Marwako closed down, FDA. The Food and Drug Authority, FDA, has closed down 2 more branches of fast food eatery Marwako after it shut down the East Legon branch over a suspected case of food poisoning. The Director of Legal and Corporate Affairs at the FDA, Joseph Benny, who disclosed this, said the closure was triggered by some unsanitary conditions observed at the 2 other branches. We have been to 2 other branches, and based on what we saw on the ground and part of the investigation, we had to suspend operations to those 2 other branches for investigations to continue. We found things that were not in line with good kitchen and storage practices. He said the 2 branches will be reopened once they met the conditions given by the FDA. We have suggested measures for those 2 branches to deal with while we deal with the main issue at the East Legon branch. For these 2 branches, there are things to be done, and if they are able to do this as quickly as possible, we will review that decision. Marwako had been trending on Twitter after some customers complained of falling ill after eating at their branch in East Legon, Accra. The complaints were sparked by one Edward Elohim, who posted about his illness after eating at Marwako last Sunday. Following this complaint, the FDA began an investigation into the incident and shut down that branch before the 2 others. It hopes to complete its investigations in a week. The public relations officer from Marwako, Amin Lamte, has said data from the company shows that 53 persons have been affected so far, and Marwako is assisting with the medical bills of such persons. We visited some of our customers at the hospital, and those who were discharged, we visited them at home. We assisted some of them with their hospital bills. The main thing started on Saturday and Sunday evening. We have accepted everything and we have apologized to the victims. To my next story, Land Commission educates Queen Mother's Platform Association on Land Act. The Land Commission has sensitized the Queen Mothers Platform Association on the Land Act at an event held at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration in Accra on Wednesday, May 11, 2022. The Land Commission engaged the Queen Mothers on what the Act entails and how it will shape land administration in the country. Serve Cynthia Odamte, head of Policy Planning and Research Unit, welcomed participants and indicated that the engagement forms part of continuous efforts of the Commission to ensure that all key stakeholders are well informed about their roles and responsibilities under the Land Act. The chairperson of the Greater Accra Regional Lands Commission, Serve Yvonne Chua, who chaired the meeting, stated that the Commission acknowledges the important role of Queen Mothers in the country and commended them for availing themselves of the exercise. In her opening remarks, Serve Yvonne Chua explained the critical role traditional authorities play as custodians of land, which makes it imperative for them to appreciate the laws that govern land administration in the country. She stated that the Land Commission has always recognized the important role that women have played in land administration in Ghana and therefore saw the need for engagement such as these. Serve even stated that the Land Act 2020 Act 1306 was passed after extensive consultation, and its passage provides a unique opportunity to positively transform the land administration story of Ghana. The role of women essentially as the principal supporters of our chiefs and family heads makes it inevitable that your understanding of the provisions of the Act will prepare and equip each one of us gathered here with all that is required for the benefit of a lot of our subjects and kinsmen through an improved customary land administrative regime, she said. She emphasized the innovative provision on the creation of customary land secretariats, which has now been provided for in sections 13 to 18 in Act 1036. This will ensure there is an avenue for accountability and transparency that is required in the management of the land resources available to our various traditional areas. She cautioned the Queen Mothers to be mindful of the fiduciary duty they hold managing the land resources on behalf of the people, and thus the benefit should be challenged to between the lots of their respective communities. The ground rent from leases granted to various persons must become a great source of revenue, but this can only be achieved through a well-established CLS with up-to-date and accurate records, she said. To my next story, Okai Spare Parts Dealers Association endorses relocations to Afienya. The Okai Spare Parts Dealers Association has kicked against a group calling itself the Concerned Spare Parts Dealers, who are protesting the government's decision to relocate them to Afienya. The association says the current place of business has outlived its usefulness, hence, the relocation to a safe and conducive environment is in order. The Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, as part of efforts to decongest the capital, has announced plans to relocate the traders to Afienya in the Nungo Prampram district of the Greater Accra region. Addressing the media, the chairman of the Okai Spare Parts Dealers Association, Clement Bratton, said the relocation is in the interest of all.
It's a general issue, it's a national issue. The issue is not about me and him personally. No. The issue is concerning the spare parts dealers of Abossey in Morocco. Of course, all of us belong to that party. So I was the vice chairman. Listen. I was the vice chairman for 12 years. We gave them interim for only 2 years. They've spent almost 4 years. Now, if he asks me to leave, ask me who I am. So don't take it. Who I am. I am the ex-vice chairman. You are calling police on us. You are here. So don't drag anybody away. Please. What you are doing? Please, we not going to fight. We not going to fight. We are going to listen to what you are doing. We are not fighting. I promise you. We are not fighting. We are not fighting.
To our next story, Fetish priest kills wife, son, and himself. Kwesi Tando, a 40-year-old fetish priest who doubles as a hunter and palm wine tapper, has shot himself in the head after shooting his 43-year-old wife, Abna Nyameche, and his 14-year-old boy, Robert Tando, over a misunderstanding of having sex with another woman in the same house. The Ejumako police said the man brought a woman in the house claiming that the woman is having a spiritual problem, so he is helping her, but it turned out that later that he was having sex with her in a different room in the same compound. An eyewitness, Kwabna Mensa, who spoke to the media, revealed that he saw the man fighting with his wife, but after same hours, they heard 2 gunshots in the house. Kwabna Mensa said when they rushed to the house of the fetish priest, the man had locked the door, was threatening to kill anybody who would come closer to him. So the police was called, but immediately he saw that the police have come around, he shot himself. Mother of Abna Penny expressed shock at the incident. She said the man has beaten her daughter on several occasions, but the man, about 2 weeks ago, pledged not to harm her again. Meanwhile, the Ejumako District Police Commander, Chief Superintendent Stephen Tete, revealed that the couples have been married for about 18 years with 4 children. The bodies of the deceased has since been deposited at the morgue. Just on business stories. ID1F initiative has created over 156,000 jobs. Alan. 1D1F initiative has created over 156,000 jobs. Alan. By Jonas Nyako. The Minister for Trade and Industry, Alan Tremonte, says government's One District, One Factory initiative has created 156,000 district and indirect jobs. He said this has gone a long way to address the problem of unemployment in the country. Speaking at the Presbyterian Church of Ghana 3rd National Public Lecture on the theme, Harnessing Job Prospects and Opportunities in the Trade and Industry Sector in Accra, he said 106 companies are currently operating under the initiative, which is among 10 strategic programs being undertaken by the ministry to drive industrialization and job creation in the country. Under the 1D1F program alone, 106 companies which are operational under the initiative have created over 156,000 direct and indirect jobs. The new strategic economic growth pros, such as the establishment of vehicle assembly plants, pharmaceutical manufacturing, and garment production, which have received dedicated attention by the ministry, are creating highly skilled job opportunities for Ghanaians, he said. He added that the ministry is focusing on strategic pros such as the strategic Anchor Industries initiatives, which is developing new strategic group pros to diversify the Ghanaian economy and industrial parks and special economic zones, which are providing support to private business promoters to establish industrial parks in each of the 16 regions to improve access to land, utilities, and business support services for industrial development. To my next story, MC-Bauchemie Ltd MD calls on government stakeholders to prioritize training of artisans. The managing director of MC-Bauchemie Ghana Limited, Noble Bediako, has described as woefully inadequate the number of professional artisans in the construction sector of the country. He made the remark at the grand opening of the office, Concrete Training Center and Factory of MC-Bauchemie Ghana Limited, a leading international producer of building and construction chemical products and technology in Ghana. Speaking at the event, Noble Bediako called on government and stakeholders to prioritize the training of artisans to equip them with technical and soft skills needed for the sector. The number of professional and skilled trained artisans within the building industry is woefully inadequate. For every 10 machines we work with, we could hardly find 2 that could properly lay blocks and plaster without supervision. From carpenters to masons and tillers, it was almost impossible to find skilled Ghanaian artisans. Even when we did, the total lack of professionalism made it impossible to work with them. It is imperative that some quick action is taken to structure the industry, not only to attract young artisans, but to retain them to provide the required downstream support to our artifacts. Engineers and other top-level experts within the industry, I would strongly suggest the inclusion of some soft skills training in this program. There is no doubt that the Ghanaian construction and manufacturing industry, as in many economies, hold the keys to the development of our country. They contribute to the national socio-economic development by providing significant employment opportunities to both skilled and unskilled labor. However, exploiting the activities and outcomes of the construction and manufacturing industry towards the anticipated socio-economic progress does not materialize on a haphazard and weak developmental framework. That is why the government of His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo is committed to providing the requisite support for this sector to thrive and its full potential of helping to grow our national economy. We will go on a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
Ghana Talks Radio, UK, Abrochimemu, era from Ghana Muha at the sound system, which is spinning machine papa, a free amana never be good among Ghana Muha. It is a year, we engagement, we wedding, we birthday party. Political parties are more rally, some way sorry, more crusade. So we'll book carnival or any kind of event. Now we'll pay spinning machine papa a boa sound in the moon at the dia any may come for GTR sounds at the Emao. Your live band in so our tones at the Frenya, ye beat me abababua. Ama ujumedia woody and so at me I come up. Yawa enkan pupuni mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi an se wo be frɛ mpanifo ɛwɔ 0546960510 GTR sounds emu ode angaza.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Kwasem. Now on the Friday, and you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars, you go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio and you say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app no, our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and you say this what you see baba live on Facebook, go Instagram, any Ghana Talks Radio page and so now listen. Ebe you fire 1 year, Wading, Jajan.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. GTR News.
Welcome back from the break. If you just joined our live on Ghana Talks Radio. To my next story, we are confident in home crown recovery plan. IMF still not an option. Ofori-Atta. The Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has reiterated government's decision not to seek a bailout from the International Monetary Fund despite Ghana's current economic challenges. He said the government is confident in its homegrown solutions in getting the economy to recover. Speaking at the minister's press briefing in Accra, he said government will keep introducing more measures to raise revenue domestically to sustain the economy. He, however, said Ghana continues to enjoy the technical support and advice received from the IMF. We are confident, the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta said.
GTR News. GTR News. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Name Bikozen Legendary, your host for Nigeria Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me this Saturday and every other Saturday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summer you with the latest news and gist directly from our Bodo, Nigeria. Don't forget, so you still catch up on all our previous episodes of Nigeria Rendezvous and other Sengemenge shows via www.GhanaTalkRadio.com, or may you could carry us for your pocket by downloading our Ghana Talk Radio app via Android, Google Play, and iOS App Store. Omo yami, oya, jimasun.
We are members of the fund IMF, and there are two major points of intervention that we have from the fund. One is the advice that we get and these program interventions which bring us some resources. If you see from the budget that we constructed for 2022 and the subsequent announcements we have made, clearly the issue of Ghana having the capacity to think through the consolidation exercises and also discipline itself with regard to the 20% to 30% expenditure cuts that we have shown clearly is a direction that I guess even in a sense the fund may be hesitant to push any further, he said. The minister further said the government is optimistic monies occurred from the implementation of the e-levy will help fix the current budget deficit. I am confident that e-levy opens a new vista for a tax handle in a way which all Ghanaians will be paying something. I don't know of any program which has technology involved that will not have teething problems, but certainly the catalytic pronouncements by the people from the other side are not happening, he added. To my next business story, unemployed toll collectors will be resigned soon, Road Minister. The Ministry of Roads and Highways says it is in the process of reassigning all the toll collectors who have been rendered jobless after its decision to close all toll booths across the country. Speaking on Eyewitness News, the Deputy Public Relations Officer of the Ministry, Isaac Ejekwache, said no definite date can be given for when the reassignments will be done, but the ministry is working to ensure it happens soon. We will reassign them through the company that employed them, as and when the process are completed, they will be reassigned. It is not as if we have abandoned them. As soon as possible, they will be reassigned. This reassignment is a process and not an event. When it is done, we will get them reassigned through the company and they will be called, he added. Some former toll booth attendants in Accra massed up at the Ministry of Roads and Highways on Thursday, May 12, 2022, to demand the payment of their salaries, which have been in arrears, and reassignment. Government gave assurances that it would reassign the attendants and continue paying them their salaries during the waiting period following the closure of toll booths, but the government is yet to honor its promise. But Isaac Ejekwache said the government is working on their reassignment. He, however, denied claims that the government owns the former toll booth collectors. According to him, the government only engages the private company contracted to undertake the toll collection. He said the government is aware that former collectors were paid for the months of November and December 2021 and are thus owed 4 months' salary, but that is between them and the employers, the private company said. It is not true that they have been paid for 7 months. In fact, after the presentation of the 2022 budget in Parliament in November 2021, they have been paid their November and December salaries. The outstanding ones have to do with January, February, March, and April 2022, he said. As we speak today, we have been honoring our obligations. As far as the company is concerned, the non-payment of salaries is not from our part, but let's be honest, since December last year, they have not worked, he added. To some international stories, Spain, Morocco to open land borders next week after 2 years. The land borders between Morocco and Spain's North African enclaves of Ceuta and Melilla will reopen next week, Spain said Thursday, after being closed for more than 2 years due to COVID-19 restrictions and tensions between the two countries. Spanish Interior Minister Fernanda Grande told reporters the reopening will start gradually from May 17th. Crossings will be initially limited to residents of Europe's passport-free area and their family members and will be expanded to cross-border workers by the end of the month. The local economies on both sides of the fences that slice off the tiny Spanish enclaves from Morocco depend on the crossings of goods and workers. Thursday's announcement came as Madrid and Rabat are working to mend relations after a month-long spat centered on the disputed region of Western Sahara, a former Spanish colony annexed by Morocco in 1976. Tensions began to thaw earlier this year after Spain backed Morocco's plan to grant more autonomy to Western Sahara. That decision, a reversal of Spain's long-standing position of neutrality on Western Sahara, came as a surprise to many and sparked anger among key political allies of Spain's socialist-led government. Morocco's King Mohammed responded positively, however, spending back Moroccan ambassador to spend 10 months after she was recalled and hosting Spanish Prime Minister Pedro in an April visit to Rabat. The border is set to be opened exactly 1 year after Morocco losing its border around the enclave of Ceuta, allowing thousands of migrants to cross into Spain. That move was widely seen as retaliation for Spain's decision. To my next story. Russia threatens to retaliate over membership move. Russia had said it will be forced to take retaliatory steps over its neighbor, Finland's move to join NATO. A foreign ministry statement said the move would seriously damage bilateral relations as well as security and stability in Northern Europe. Earlier, Finland's president and PM called for the country to apply for NATO membership without delay. It comes amid a surge in public support for NATO membership following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Finland shares a 1,300 km border with Russia. Until now, it has stayed out of NATO to avoid antagonizing its eastern neighbor. Finland will formally announce its decision on Sunday after it has been considered by Parliament and other senior political figures. Sweden has said it will announce a similar decision on the same day. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has said he expects the process of giving Sweden and Finland membership to happen quite quickly. The White House said the US would back a NATO application from both countries if they apply. To my next story, plane with 11 on board crashes near Cameroon. A small passenger plane carrying 11 people crashed in a forest near Cameroon capital, Yaoundé, on Wednesday, the Transport Ministry said. The cause of the crash was not immediately clear, but the plane lost radio contact with air traffic controllers and was later located in the forest near Nanga, around 150 kilometers northeast of Yanda, the ministry said in a statement. The aircraft was flying from Yandin Nismlin Airport to Belabo in the east of the country, it added. AFB news agency quotes official sources as saying the plane was chartered by a private company, the Cameroon Oil Transportation Company, which maintains a hydrocarbon pipeline that runs between Cameroon and neighboring Chad. It says the crash was the first major air catastrophe in the country since 2007, when a Kenya Airways plane carrying 114 people crashed after takeoff from Douala Airport.
GTR News.
My next entertainment story. Kendrick Lamar spotted in Ghana ahead of album release. American rapper Kendrick Lamar has landed in Ghana ahead of the release of his upcoming album. Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers, a photo of the rapper eating at a restaurant in Ghana went viral. According to reports, the rapper is shooting a documentary series in the country. He is also expected to hold a private album listening in the country. To confirm the news, the restaurant Kozogana, where he went to eat, shared a picture of Kendrick on their Instagram handle. In April, Kendrick Lamar tweeted a new link to his Oklahoma website announcing the release date for his much anticipated album. On the site, the rapper revealed his new album's title and release date. Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers is out May 13th. Lamar teased the record, his final TDE album, as he described it, on a website launched in August 2021. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators as I continue to pursue my life's calling, he wrote at the time. There is beauty in complexion and always faith in the unknown. He signed the note, Oklahoma. Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers follows Lamar's winning 2017 album Damn. Since then, he created and helmed the Black Panther soundtrack, headline Coachella and Top Dog Entertainment Championship Tour, won a bunch of Grammy Awards and been nominated for an Oscar. This is where we end the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Regina Bless. Join me for the Spotty Bit.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.